One interesting thing I wanted to share as a teacher is the parents ask sometimes questions. How do I prepare my child for school? How to go to school? Should they read and write before they go to school? Should they something? Or how to help my child succeed in school? A very interesting research has been done in the 60s and 70s regarding home culture versus the school culture. How the home culture interferes or supports learning. So, for instance, it's the world, people are traveling now, people are living elsewhere where they're born, and so what happens is that sometimes parents, the culture at home is not supported by the mainstream environment where they go to school. For example, if you go to, for example, I don't know, to a school in Germany, people might be majority Christians, but you're maybe Jewish, and they don't celebrate the holidays the way you do and other things. The one thing that the research found, which is very interesting, it's been argued because people can't settle this. They said it showed that showed a relation with socioeconomic background of the parent and the child's success at school. So they measured it very simply. They observed the parent, recorded them, and measured the range of vocabulary in the socioeconomic environment where people, struggle and work very hard to get by. The language was fine, but there was very limited vocabulary. All the words were functional, right? So go there, do that, a lot of imperative speech. Sit, go there, da, da, da. Not now, later, like don't touch, and things like this. And then they looked at the wealthy socioeconomic background, where the parents had the luxury and the time to spend quality time with their kids, and they were not as pressured, to make the ends meet. And interestingly, also the background, the education of the parent had a huge impact in academic success, because the research showed that the more educated the parent was, usually the higher the income, but their vocabulary was way broader. They would ask the child to observe condensation of water on the kettle surface and talk about that. So the suddenly academical words, association, condensation, contraption, capture, and things like these are not just academical books, but the kids have heard them at home, and thus it led to greater academic success. And this all research said that the distance between the home sort of culture and the school culture could be minimized, and success rate in the poor socioeconomic districts could be increased if the parents spend more time reading with the kids. Reading anything. For example, you buy a new fridge. Let's look at the instruction. How did the instruction leaflet look like? It doesn't mean that the kid is going to read it, right? But you look at the drawings. Aha, so these are the labelings of the drawings. This is the warning. What's the warning? Like, what does it say? You understand? You don't have to buy a library. But just by little things, engaging in a language that a child doesn't frequently hear, it can lead them to greater success at school, because they've heard such a great range of vocabulary. It's not just in the book. My mom says that. Oh, we talk about that at home. Or, for example, if you have to choose, between home supplies, like what do I spend my money on? Buy one book and make math and science experiments on Sundays a thing. Do just one thing. Observe, analyze, talk about it, and it will already bring the child closer to schooling. And I think this is extremely important to look at I feel like it's very underestimated, the subject, but it's actually very important to see the school culture and the home culture, the school values and the home values, and to bring them closer together, so the child would feel at home at school.